New Age and Masonry are waiting for a new era in which to build a perfect society like Atlantis.
Man's quest to control his own destiny and to worship a God that would give him freedom to define his own values and moral parameters was the central desire in his pursuit to bring all other humanity under his control and establish a new global order. Those throughout history who sought to implement this plan would stop at nothing, be it through deception or brute force, to realize their dream. A dream to rebuild the mythical city of Atlantis described by Plato 2,500 years ago and believed by many to have existed in the antediluvian world. And along with this, to re-establish the principles that guided that society. The question will no doubt be asked: who, what, and if anything, is involved in the pursuit of this apparently far-fetched occult agenda today? If such a mystical concept as a perfect Atlantean society is in fact believed in and being implemented, then who are the players and what powers, human or otherwise, might these players have at their disposal? Indeed, can history, the Bible, and the unfolding of present-day events really confirm the veracity of such an agenda? There are those who believe that this is not only possible, but that there is overwhelming evidence to establish it as fact.
"400 years ago, Bacon, like many of his contemporaries, believed that Atlantis was America itself.
He was trying to lay a foundation for what could be accomplished in the New World. Bacon was the head of Freemasonry and Rosicrucianism.
He had a huge influence through being the chief of the Rosicrucian fraternity at the time. He had a huge influence on the birth of modern Freemasonry. And many of those Rosicrucians actually went into Freemasonry at that time to lift it up to its new level. And Freemasonry has a major influence on the founding of America.
The president talks about how we want to bring democracy to all these countries of the world. Well, why doesn't he want to bring a republic to these countries? We were a republic. We were never a democracy. It is only the people from the mystery religions and the secret societies who are pushing this idea of world democracy, or this combination of enlightened nations, enlightened democracies to rule the world. As incredible as it may seem, there are really people who believe that. They're working full-time to accomplish that goal. And until you understand that they are the primary force behind the wars of this last century and World War III, which we are entering into today, unless they understand that the whole idea is to create this reestablishment of what they would believe is lost Atlantis.
When our founders declared a new order of the ages, they were acting on an ancient hope that is meant to be fulfilled.
How was Alice A. Bailey preparing men's minds and hearts? She founded a publishing company by the name of Lucifer Trust, and then changed it to Lucis Trust. She also started a group called World Goodwill, an official non-government organization within the United Nations. The stated aim of this group is to cooperate in the preparation for the reappearance of the Christ. Alice A. Bailey claims that this Christ speaks to her. Now this Christ has many names: the Tibetan, the Maitreya, Dwayal Kul, Inman Mahdi, and here is the Christ speaking to Alice Bailey. Who's helping Alice Bailey in the appearance of the Christ? How are they going to prepare the world for this coming Christ? First, they need to teach the world, either openly or secretly, on the New Age teachings and occultism. Second, they need to unite government and all religions into one governing order. Third, there needs to be a population decrease. And as they decrease the population, they will also get rid of the old system of Christianity. How will they achieve this? By getting rid of the Bible-believing Christian. Now I'm going to show you one of the ways they will educate. Propaganda. Could it be that Zeitgeist is pushing the agenda of Blavatsky and Bailey, who has a direct link to the United Nations? We have already seen his link to these occult women, and to my amazement, he also has ties to the United Nations. Peter Joseph appealed to an organization by the name of UNESCO. What is UNESCO? As you can see, birds of a feather flock together. Now there is a school that educates openly, unlike Zeitgeist, which conceals its true intentions. That is the Robert Mueller School. The first Robert Mueller School started in Arlington, Texas in 1979 to implement Mueller's World Core curriculum. Who is Robert Mueller? Robert Mueller is a former Assistant Secretary General of the United Nations and the Chancellor of the United Nations University for Peace and the Chairperson of the Peace Party 2000. What is the World Core curriculum? It's being used to steer our children towards global citizenship, Earth-centered beliefs, socialist values, and a collective mindset, which is becoming a requirement for the 21st century workforce. In other words, the World Core curriculum will remove from the minds of men, women, and children their individualism. Now, if we go to the UN website, we can get a glimpse of what to expect in the future. These are the schools that are under the World Core curriculum. The Shaman Institute, Living Essence, Seed, Magical Blend, Association for Humanistic Psychology, Open Mind Academy, Institute of Nautic Science, and the list goes on and on and on. So tell me, Robert Mueller, what is the philosophy of your schools? The underlying philosophy upon which the Robert Mueller School is based will be found in the teachings set forth in the books of Alice A. Bailey. The school is now certified as a United Nations associated school, providing education for international cooperation and peace. Can you see now why the New Age hates Christianity? It's because the Bible teaches to be separated.